right, so these are my smart lights, and I love them. Like, these things are amazing. And if you've been watching my TikToks or Reels, you might have seen these. So these are kind of the V1s. Literally same exact parts. I just took it apart and put it back together. Kind of made them a little better, you know. Now, these ones, so these, if you've been watching my TikToks and Reels for a while, you might have seen these. These are the OGs. Like, these ones I made back when I was still in college, when I was still trying to figure out all the Arduino stuff. I might end up going back to this hexagon shape form factor, but we'll see. All right, so the main reason I kind of even went to a V2 in the first place is because I kind of wanted them to seem like, just to be a little higher and kind of seem like they're floating. Mainly because the projector is basically a floating screen on the wall, so I kind of wanted my lights to kind of match that, if you get what I'm saying. So they really look good. Like, don't get me wrong, I love these things, but for some reason I kind of felt like they were missing something. But before we go into all of that, let me kind of show you how these things work. All right, so I wrote the code to control these smart lights based on an example I found online. And for the past, like, I don't know, maybe 2 years, I've been using lights powered by like an ESP32. It's basically been the same code. Now, it works, but like, it is buggy. Like, it can be very buggy sometimes. Don't get me wrong. Like, the pros do outweigh the cons, but like, there are times where I'll turn them on, boom, be like, Alexa, turn on the lights, da-da-da-da. Doesn't want to turn on. Or maybe one turns on and the other one doesn't want to turn on. It's very hit or miss. And it's kind of something I just dealt with mainly because I didn't know another way to get Alexa functionality, so that was kind of it is what it is type of thing. And yeah, this is what I mean by sometimes it just refuses to work. See, that one right there is on, working perfectly. This one is plugged in, everything's supposed to be good. That's turned on, power supply is good, everything is just not working. That was until I found this, which is WLED. Now, part of me is pissed off that I didn't find this initially, because that would have saved me so much time. But the other part of me is kind of like, yeah, I did kind of learn a lot in this whole process, so it was somewhat worth it. Now, when I build or make anything, I like doing it from scratch, and that's not necessarily because it's easy, because, yo, trust me, it is not. Like, it is way worse. It is way worse. Trust me on that. But in the end, like, when I get to do the research, when I get to do the coding, the manufacturing, the 3D printing, all that stuff, blending together, I do end up learning a lot. So that's the only reason I keep on doing it. If not, trust me, I don't like putting myself through this all the time. But all right, so back to WLED. So it is super simple to get it running. It's literally like you just go to the site, go to the installation, plug in your ESP32, let it upload. Takes probably like maybe max 3 minutes, and boom, you are basically in there. You can control it from like your browser, from your laptop, from your phone. Like, it is crazy. So I do also like to put a heat sink on mine sometimes, just because these things do get a little hot sometimes, and as much heat management that can help will help. So probably need a better one that can cover more surface area, but for now, this is what I got, so yeah. So yeah, now got the new one, got the old one. Just gonna very carefully take that one out. Because I don't know what's wrong with this one. I'm hoping it's not something that's gonna happen to the new one. It's difficult to do with one hand. Just gotta make sure I line everything up and don't put like the positive in the ground or the ground in the positive. I'll fuck myself over again. Yep, just gonna install that back in. Yeah. For the next one, it's probably gonna be a much cleaner design, but for now, that's what I got. And I got the positive and negatives in the right places. So if I turn this on, it should work. And moment of truth. Boom. We're back in business. Okay, so now that I have both of them connected, I can just go straight in the app and boom. Easily just switch the colors around. I did also make a couple presets right there, so this is why I really like them. I get to do things like this or that. And this is not an ad or anything, so this is just me happy that I found something that works. But yeah, Just so you guys know. The one part I really do love about it is that you can control multiple lights at the same time. Now don't get me wrong, like this is the OCD part of me. There is a little bit of lag in there, like it's the tiniest amount of lag, and I only see it because I've tried getting rid of the lag when I was writing the code for it. I could not figure it out, but they got it so small, so I respect that. Like the only realistic way I see of getting rid of any type of lag in there is to just hardwire the whole thing. Basically have one board control all the lights instead of the way I kind of have it where I have two different lights each being controlled by their own boards. So it's kind of like a queue. One has to go before the other. So it is what it is. But yeah, don't get me wrong. I still love this thing. Like this is amazing. All right, so now this kind of brings us back to the initial issue. So these lights are cool, but I kind of felt like there was something missing. Like, how do I put it? When I'm playing a game, like, I don't know, Spider-Man or something, I have surround sound in my apartment. So I have the speaker in the front, I have the two tweeters in the back, then I have the subwoofer also. But I kind of realized my lighting doesn't do that. Like, I do have the projector on the wall, doesn't really count. Then I have these two lights right here. But in my peripheral, I kind of felt like I was missing lighting, where the lights would be in the front, but it would just fade in the back. So, all right, so that kind of led me to make these two. Now, these two really do solve that problem because they are literally the same exact CAD code, everything. Like, I literally just took the same WLED, uploaded it, put it on there. If you did notice, the monitor light that from the video I posted like a couple weeks ago, I'm using WLED to control that now instead of the code I wrote because that code does not hold a candle to this. Like, this is crazy. Now, comparing them to tweeters kind of really has me thinking because if the two lights that I have in front of me are, let's say, the main speakers, then the two lights I have in the back, these smaller ones, are kind of tweeters. What type of lighting source or what type of lighting solution would be a subwoofer? You kind of get what I'm saying. So I don't know if that's a reasonable question to ask or if it's just, I don't know, my mind just going where my mind's going. But yeah, I don't really know. That's just me thinking. But yeah, so I'm going to see y'all in 2 weeks. Going to be dropping another video then. Peace.